Thank you, Mr President. I beg to ask the Minister for Environment, Food and Agriculture what progress has been made with the Vision 2020 Offshore Energy Hub Strategy.
On the Minister to reply, Mr Burt.
Thank you, Mr President. I would like to thank the Honourable Member for Douglas North for this opportunity to provide the House with an update on the progress of the Offshore Energy Strategy, which included the hub concept. In 2014, Tynwald approved the recommendation in the Council of Ministers Strategy for Offshore Energy Production to support the development of offshore wind, marine renewables and hydrocarbon energy sources in the Isle of Man's territorial sea. My department has worked very closely with the Department of Infrastructure and the former Department of Economic Development to facilitate this strategy. Regarding offshore wind, Dong Energy was granted an agreement for lease by DOI in November 2015. They have completed geophysical studies, socio-economic studies and collected 2 years of marine mammal and seaboard environmental studies. Dong Energy continued to believe the Isle of Man project is an attractive opportunity for offshore wind development, but need to secure a route to market for the project, which is most likely to be through the UK Contracts for Difference auction regime, which does not currently exist for Isle of Man projects. Should the offshore wind project be constructed, there may also be an opportunity for greater interconnection between the Isle of Man, the UK and Ireland through a hub arrangement. Moving to marine renewables, Manx Tidal Energy Limited was granted a survey licence by DOI in October 2015 under a 7-year agreement. Although we are disappointed that they have yet to commence any survey work, we continue to explore possible future opportunities. Only last month I met a company which visited the island to display their impressive prototype tidal device, and we are exploring opportunities to commercialise their tidal device. Moving to hydrocarbons, a recent licensing round has just closed as part of an initiative to select suitably qualified applicants interested in potential hydrocarbon exploration in the island's waters, and we will support the Department of Infrastructure in their interpretation of those submissions. So, honourable members, in closing, progress has been made on offshore energy strategy, and we will continue to encourage the private sector to make the significant investments necessary to deliver the economic development opportunities.
Supplementary, Mr Ashford.
Thank you, Mr President. And while there is a lot of future opportunities out there, and as the Minister rightly says, studies have started and surveys are undertaken, can I ask the Minister what actual realised benefits are likely to be seen by 2020? As the Minister rightly said, this started out in 2014 as basically a 6-year plan leading up to 2020. It's now a 2-year plan, and what realised benefits will be seen by 2020?
Minister.
Thank you, Mr President. I think the reality of the situation is these projects are very slow burn, and when it comes to renewables, for want of a better expression, they take time to come to fruition. And as I said in my answer, Dong Energy have to have some interconnectability and a market for their energy. The wind array that they're proposing is far in excess of anything that we would use or need on a local island basis. So interconnection is the name of the game. And last year I was in Liverpool at a conference and discussing the same with the National Grid, and we're looking at £500 million or £1 billion worth of interconnection, and there has to be a good market to justify that sort of expenditure.
Supplementary, Mr Ashford.
Thank you, Mr President. Can I ask the Minister, when the strategy was launched in 2014 and the debate at the time, it clearly was felt that 6 years was enough to deliver some things. But now, after what the Minister said, can I ask him, is Vision 2020 rapidly becoming Vision 2030?
Minister.
I agree that the target of 2020 was probably optimistic in retrospect. I can't alter the realities that surround these projects, excuse me, and as I referred to the UK Contracts for Difference auction regime, which would give a route to market for Dong Energy or offshore wind, doesn't currently cover the Isle of Man, and that is something we need to explore and work on for the future.